YouTube? It's your boy JB, Mr. Major Man, Mr. 504 Jeezy from the Big Easy here to welcome y'all back to the showroom. And today, got an unboxing for y'all. One of my most anticipating cops this year, and it's not shoe related. So for those who are expecting that, this is not a shoe. But before I get into it, as always, appreciate all my longtime subscribers, my new ones. Welcome to the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Sub up to your boy. I'm on the road to 1K, and also follow me on all my social media platforms, which will be linked in the description below. And lo and behold, got my Amazon packaging, and just like the last one, we got it there in the box. So hopefully this prevented any further damage done to the box that's on the inside of here. And yes, this is a cop that I made a while back, and I am so excited about having this in my collection. And as y'all can see, oh thank God, I don't know if you can see on camera, Amazon did box it like this. They put the paper, and not only that, they triple boxed it. So as y'all can see, they put another box over here. All right, Amazon. Excuse the Air Jordan 1 shadow. Excuse that shoe. Hey, I did show a shoe in the review, so hey, I didn't deviate completely away. Let's open this one up. Get this out of the box, man. I'm gonna have to cut some of this out. All right, as y'all can see, show y'all the top is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Power Rangers in space. And let's take a look at it. It is the Psycho Rangers 5-pack. The much anticipated 5-pack. And I'm gonna just be real with y'all. A lot of people were upset about this, but a lot of people were happy about it. So I think the happiness overshadows the sorrow that a lot of us felt for buying the Psycho Red and the Psycho Blue from the last two releases, which I'll get into that later. On the back, you do have the CGI photo of all 5 Rangers with their weapons and their other accessories, which y'all can see right there. There is no read-up on it, so there's no backstory on the Rangers. And let's slide open the pack. Slide open the pack. Oh, they do have a story on there. And get into it. If you want to read the story on this, you can. Ooh. These are nice. Y'all can see there, we have Psycho Black, Yellow, Red, Pink, and Blue. Man, these are nice. And I'm going to say this. This is actually the first time we've got the Psycho Yellow or the Psycho Pink Ranger, because we originally were supposed to get them with the Bandai release, but Bandai eventually discontinued the Power Ranger line because their contract was actually up around that time. So we wound up getting the Armored Red Ranger as the last release for that. And not only that, we've only had the Black Ranger release with the Bandai wave. And this is the first time this one is actually releasing with the Lightning Collection. But I think I'd better take this to the box so I could give a full in-depth review on this. So yeah, give me a second. Now a better look of it. As y'all can see right there, we got the Rangers with all the accessories and weapons. And I also bought out the Psycho Green Ranger as well, so considering that he is one of the instrumental parts of the Psycho Ranger's lineage now, just as Astronomer was, and also considering that he was the first Psycho Ranger ever created. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And I'll start with the one that had the least releases, and that is the Psycho Black Ranger. As y'all can see there, has a nice head sculpt. I said this on a previous video that I'm not a fan of the Psycho Ranger's new helmet, just based off of it's not as show accurate as the In Space line was for the Bandai figures. But as y'all can see, he does have that weathered leather look on his clothing. I'm not gonna harp too much on that, considering that all 5 figures basically have the same thing going on with them. As y'all can see, it's not a true white, it's almost a pearlescent white that's on there. And as y'all can see, it did come with an extra hand. More of the differentiations of the figure are more to do with the weapons as opposed to the figures itself. They were able to break it up. If you looked at the show, Psycho Black did have the gold neck collar, something to differentiate him from the rest of the Rangers, because believe me or not, he would have just blended in all together, considering that it's an all black figure and there's like the least amount of paint that has to go on there, and barely looks like any was added for his figure. Take a look at his vest, the mouth shape. But yeah, and let's move on to the next figure, and this is the first time she's got a release. That is Psycho Yellow. Looks a little elongated on the face coming out, but I'll dabble more into that once I get them out the packaging. And as you can see, they did come with some arm straps, and that's a first for any of these Lightning Collection figures. I'm glad they did manage to sculpt the body, a feminine body, as opposed to like just giving them a male's body. But as y'all can see, we got pretty much the same form. I'll do the articulation test with her as well. And as y'all can see, the legs, also female body part legs. And as you can see, her Psycho Slinger. And he had this Psycho Lance. She has a lightning effect right there, nothing major. She does have an effect piece right there. Psycho Black didn't come with one, but she has one, as y'all can see. Nice touch. And let's take it to Psycho Red. This is the 3rd time he's released in the last couple of years. He originally came with the Leo 2-pack for Lost Galaxy, which he was also in that show as well, but they tagged him with Leo as opposed to putting him with Andros. Same as the black figure, just accented with red parts. You could look at the pants, has that leather effect. I do still feel like the Legacy collection is a little better. He has the same effect. He has a new effect piece that we didn't get with him with the 2-pack, but definitely a dope addition to that. He has the same Psycho sword, as y'all can see there. Same he had with the 2-pack, another closed fist, and also he has the lightning effect. And Psycho Blue, his 3rd time releasing as well. As y'all can see, he does have that X on the side of him, no effect piece. Same as red and black, just accented with blue. The blue just seems to differentiate all the time with this particular figure, because this is not the same blue from the last release he had, and this is definitely not the same blue he had with the Bandai release. So, you know, that's kind of strange, but you know, if they were gonna do a 5-pack, it probably was in the best interest for them to do that, considering that a lot of us bought these two on separate releases because he was originally a GameStop exclusive. So we had to go to GameStop for him, and we had to go buy another figure just to get this one. And now we're spending the money on another pack with them. But like I said, fist and a lightning effect, nothing major. And now we have Psycho Pink. Same as Psycho Yellow, just accented with pink, nothing major. Take a look at the scope. Female parts, for the most part, from the, look like mainly, I was about to say from mainly the torso, but as they do have a difference between the breastplates as opposed to the men do. It doesn't look as weathered as the men's ones does, because there's a little gloss right there, and it's more matted on the women's chest plate. But as you can see, more gloss, a little more matted, more gloss. So that's a nice little difference I see there. As y'all can see, she has the effect piece arrow. She doesn't have a regular bow. I don't even think she had a regular bow on the other one. It was just, she pulled the string and it became an energy. And you can see the Psycho bow right here, lightning effect piece. And just for good measure, we'll just show Psycho green. As y'all can see right there, Psycho dagger, same as the males. He actually came with 2 hands and the effect piece and the lightning hand. But yeah, and let me just go ahead and get into the comparison. All right, I got the 3 that I mainly needed for comparison purposes, and also for the fact that this is the first time we get a female body on this figure, period. So I'm just gonna use the ones that I need for essential reasons. All right, as y'all can see, we have Psycho Blue, and as I said, these 2 already previously came out along with Psycho Black for the Bandai collection, and also 2 solo runs along with the Lightning collection, as I said before. And here is the Psycho Blue from the GameStop exclusive, as y'all can see. And I told y'all before, whenever the box is completely colored like that, of the Rangers color, it usually means exclusive. And as y'all can see, the Best Buy tag right there as well. GameStop. But yeah, you could take a look at this blue that is on him, and that blue on him as well. There is a slight difference in that blue. It's like very, very minimal. But the reason I said they can't never come to an agreement on the blue is because this one is completely different from this one as well. Y'all can take a look at this blue. Is more of a almost Carolina blue. This is more of a royal blue. And this one is more of, this is like a light royal blue. But yeah, pretty much different every time you get them. And also I like that head sculpt a little bit better than the newer ones. And also the body shape is more aligned with the show. I had to check the accuracy of this, because on the newer ones it's connected at the directly at the leg, and this is kind of broken up. So I don't know if they did that for the figure or just did that, or one did it for the figure and one did it specifically, like, you know, aesthetic reasons. But other than that, and I do like this axe a little bit better than this axe right here. So yeah, Psycho Red. Red's a little bit different, a little darker here, a little lighter here. It has more of a, you know, wash on there. It looks dusty right here. Let me see. No, it's not dusty. It's just how it looks. Wonder if that's comes to them armbands they had on there, but I think she does, it doesn't. But as y'all can see, Psycho Red, I like his weapon a little bit better. As you can see, he got the ribbon wrapped around it on there. He also has it on this one as well. The only difference is he has a silver tip on there. This one has the tip as well. Same thing as Psycho Blue, but like I said, I just love that helmet a little bit more because it looks more proportioned to the show. And the Psycho Rangers never were supposed to look like there's people on the inside of that. I'm not gonna harp too much on Psycho Black just because he looks the exact same. Like, there's no major differences other than he has his weapon is open right here, and his is closed right there. So there's no real differences right there. But yeah, let me just go ahead and get into the articulation. For the sake of the video, I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all take a look at the fan channel exclusive Psycho Red that came with the Lost Galaxy Red Ranger 2-pack. Can't wait for him to give us more. We got the Magna Defender and we got him. Funny they started with the brothers. You need to get a 2-pack for the In-Space Ranger too. Probably a Corone or an Andros pack, or maybe a Zane. Who knows what they're gonna do with that. But yeah, pretty much the same as this one. No major differences. All right, let's go ahead and get into the articulation. As y'all can see, could properly stand right as far as the Red Ranger is concerned. Don't mind the marker dome on my hand. That's just a family curse that's gonna pass on from generation to generation, so don't mind that. As y'all can see, head goes up about that far. Head goes down that far. No real motion there. Good. Turn left, turn right. A little hindrance due to the collar that's on there. But watch out for paint scrape, because that definitely can happen. Trying to turn the figure to look a certain way. No real motion in the swivel of the head or the ball joint. Arm goes up about that far, comes back down. There is a butterfly joint. This right here is actually made out of a soft plastic. Has full rotation of the arm. Has a bicep swivel. No wrist swivel. And has a turn joint in the hand. Has that. It goes up and down right here. Same on the left. Has a torso swivel. No hip swivel. Goes back this far. Goes forward this far. Leg goes out, leg goes forward. Thigh cut right here. Has double jointed knees. I can see right there. Does have double jointed elbows as well. And I thought this was feel like it is an independent attachment from the leg. You can attach this from the leg. Has peg holes, ankle pivot, and it goes about that far down, that far up, and that's about it. And pretty much goes the same for all the male figures. And pulling Psycho Pink away from her argument with Psycho Blue. Female body, doesn't really have to go too in depth considering this first time, so she applies for the Yellow Ranger as well. As y'all can see, arm goes about that far up. Goes that far up, that far down, and these joints are stiff as I don't know what. Head looks up that far. Head looks up that far. Head looks down that far. Same as the Psycho Red. Goes this way, goes that way. Same thing. Slide collar is kind of hindering everything. Same soft plastic as well for the vest. I do believe you can take this off on both figures. Arm goes about, has a bicep cut, butterfly joint in and it has a single joint, and we have torso movement, and we also have, goes that far back, comes that far forward. I don't know why she reminds me so much of the Ranger Slayer figure. She has a thigh cut and also has double jointed knees. And we have, the foot is also stiff as well. As you can see, it goes down that far, comes back up this far, and does come with an ankle pivot. And she doesn't have major movement in the back of the legs as well. So yeah. Now I will say this about Psycho Pink. She's one of the most sickest Rangers out there because she is technically the first Ranger to ever kill another Ranger. She's the first villain to actually kill a Ranger. Not only that, her story, like, she's probably like the most hell-bent Ranger out of all the Psycho Rangers for the most part, other than Trek over here. But not only that, like I said, her story arc is just like in a world of its own, especially in the comics. Now she's like, there's more depth with all 5 of them now, but yeah, I don't really like the fact that they're anti-heroes now. I would have preferred them to stay villains because I feel like that's their end-all be-all place as amongst the history of the Rangers and the mythology of the show. But that's just my personal opinion on that. Now I will say this, hopefully they release the Rangers in monster form, and then somewhere along the line they do give us the human head sculpts for some of these Rangers, because they were in civilian mode at one time. And not only that, like I said, hopefully this opens the gate for a lot of other things to become, because I mean, we need like the Space Rangers and other stuff like that. And given that I have every Lightning Collection figure that's released thus far, you know, really looking forward to that. Just hope they do better with the paint apps as far as like some of these figures are concerned. Alright, scaling him next to some other figures, we have him next to the SPD Omega Ranger. As you can see, he's a little bit shorter than the SPD Omega Ranger. Man, I love this figure, but just the proportion, bro. But other than that, scales at about 6 inches. And we also have him next to whose man is this Armored Red Ranger Jason. And as you can see, this is a big size difference in comparison to them. This is the Bandai figure, which is at 6.5, and this is not even him standing up straight. This is just him. Like, whose man is this, bro? Okay, my final verdict on the figure itself. I like him, I love him, but let me just go off on my tangent, which is not really a tangent, it's more of just a synopsis of the state of everything. Now, you have a lot of collectors that are out here that are just praising this set like it is the end-all be-all in all of the Hasbro line. I'm not one of those collectors that says I love every single little detail about every single figure that they release. I'm willing to call them out whenever they mess up on something, because if you're not able to call them out, then you're not doing an objective review of the figures, because you're just basically pandering to whatever it is they give us. Now, I am grateful they did give us a Psycho Pink and a Psycho Yellow, because these are 2 figures that we have not got ever in the whole toy line. But I am not about to just sit here and say that they got everything right on the first try, because guess what? No company has ever got everything right on the first try. But I'm grateful they did release the Psycho Green figure, and hopefully we get the Psycho Silver along with Zane. And not only that, like I said before, I can objectively criticize them and critique their work as far as like the Rangers are concerned, I have no problem doing that. I've done it in the past. I've done it on shoe reviews. I've done it on clothing reviews. It is not nothing out of the norm. If you're not able to objectively say what's wrong with these figures, then you are indeed a problem. But like I said, only problem I had was like the joints are like super stiff, so you might have to run it under some hot water if you're gonna be displaying these. But if you're heavily playing with it, like with a child, like you might want to be on the lookout for that. These arms, it just, man, it literally looks like, I think it was from rubbing against that armband that was inside the box. But yeah, man, great collection. Hopefully for those that want it are able to get it. And also, I already know the situation regarding him. He is like skyrocketed on the second market. The pack itself is not cheap at all because it was like $109 out the gate. That's not including taxes. So I mean, if it's a pack you want, then I suggest you get it. If you didn't already get him in the blue figure, this is a great time for you to buy the pack and just complete it as a whole, as opposed to someone like me who had previously bought him and him in their perspectives, even though he was kind of like you had no choice but to get him because he came with the In Space Ranger. But yeah, man, I seen a lot of people doing customizing with him. But yeah, but other than that, like I said, I have no real other gripes with this like pack itself. I was excited to get it. I'm still excited to have it. And yeah, that's about it. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And as always, I deeply appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Stay true, stay fly, stay blessed. I am JC Baby, and we are in the show, and I am out. You dig?